Good morning, everyone. Um, Came to bring y'all a bit of a morning cheer, a little conversation for y'all. In regards to the story that's been kind of been going on for the past few days. It's in regards to the reality television star, uh, entrepreneur. She designs fashion and out and her current uh, romantic partner or partner, the NBA star Jalen Green. It's been revealed that she's pregnant by Jalen Green, and much to the shock and awe of the internet was surprised to they I guess there was a certain section that gave her that rah 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 and cheered. I mean, I guess we all should be happy when new life is pregnancy it's been realized that what says pregnant realized when the mother is with child we should all rejoice. That means a new life is about to be brought upon the world. But even in all that beauty and splendor and joy, there was a certain section of people that said, well, how old is she and how old is he? And and unfortunately, I admit I saw it. I witnessed it. I'm on social media. I look at all these types of things. Because I'm as opposed to once upon a time, folks would pick up a book to read. My short attention span, and I guess that's making excuses, but I tend to just look at all types of topics. But this is the topic that's been going on for a little while, and I mean when I look at these topics, I always try to attempt to see what is the broader meaning. Is there some deeper interpretation that might be made by the way people are responding to the particular topic? But yeah, they said Draya, how dare Draya manipulate that young man and the succubus. Is that how you pronounce it? Succubus? The succubus Drea. She didn't pull the seed from that young man's loin and impregnated herself with a spawn, i.e., a baby. uh, so, the internet was having a debate. And the ladies was saying, well, when why is it a problem that Drea does it? When you have these older men, they tend to impregnate younger women. And in my mind, I feel that's a decent response. I mean, even if you look at it as a deflection, it is a logical deflection. But I'll even go beyond that. I mean, there's a culture where I mean, even when I was a kid, I guess it goes back to the little boy that be looking seductively at his. He may not even know what sex is or what it's all about. He just knows a little wiener get a little stiffened when he look at this teacher in that tight skirt with chalk on the board. You gotta stand up and answer the question. Not stand up and read what's on the board or uh, pass out these you have your pre-adolescent Woody, so you got to put your hand in your pocket or something, to camouflage that stiffy. But let me get off. I'm getting too point. I'm getting off the point. I'm attempting to make. Drea and Jalen Green. Jalen Green he's going to be a proud father of a baby by Drea Michelle. Drea Michelle's fine. Let's not, she may be a little bit long in the tooth by years, if by definition of years. I mean, when I say long in the tooth, you might look at some of these women, black. They say black don't crack, but they kind of crinkle and shrinkle, wrinkle or shrinkle or whatever it is, a little bit for some of y'all. Now my generation X, I believe. From my belief, I feel that a lot of us have aged relatively well, but I don't know what happened with y'all younger generation. But once again, I'm getting off the point. Uh, it's been a culture where the young male chases the older woman. That's what the purpose of MILF porn is. The MILF film is. It ain't necessarily got to be nobody mama as long as it's an older fine woman. You had a younger man that's in his mind he say, well, I might have been with a younger girl or a girl my age, but I want to see them older women. They got a little bit more freak in them. Such and such. She would not perform a certain oral acts uh, or been this particular type of way. So Dre Michelle, she probably put that thing on young boy probably he's probably well prepared. She y'all got this. From my understanding, women have this type of potion or these exercises in which it may make the walls clench together in a manner and a fashion that may be somewhat, not to sound too perverted, somewhat virginal, or inexperienced per se. So it's like, well, if there's this culture that a younger male, and I imagine if you might ask some younger guys, you ask them, is there an older woman that you might have an attraction to? What is the oldest woman that you would have sex with? Uh, when I was in my age, from like, I guess I could even say from 15, 16 up to at least on up to like 25. Shoot, it'll get stiff in the wind. Right now, I be, struggling some days with the wiggly weenie. But back then, I ain't had no problem. But it's not about me. This about Draya, and it's about Jalen Green. Jalen Green, he's sliding that log on Draya, and he knocked Draya up. Whether or not Draya wanted that, whether or not he wanted that, that's not our business to figure out. What it is that a baby's on the way. So we get on our social media platforms. We talk about, well, gee, uh, that looks bad. That's shameful. Then of course, you have a certain section. That's I am woman. Hear me roar. I mean, and that's fair too. Woman, stick your chest out. She keep hope alive. For the milfs that they might want to get them a young millionaire Jalen Green. They might be able to put it on like Draya. Why sell these sisters short? Especially since there's just think about the Hugh Hefners of this world. Hugh Hefner was damn near a pillar of dust, a autumn leaf, a crispy brown autumn leaf, and he was still fucking. He was old as a motherfucker. That's what I'm trying to say to you. He was old as a motherfucker, still fucking with them young white girls or whatever he's fucking. I guess calling themselves in the name of calling it marriage or whatever they was doing. But so what? Uh, I'm trying to think of somebody else who had a who. Well, I mean, I know somebody in particular. I ain't gonna bring up a nigga name, but his wife older than him. Uh, hey, who say what the reasoning behind it was, but it is what it is. And I mean, it is indeed hypocritical for one side to say, well, how dare she do it? She just trying to be a sex chaser, take that nigga money. Hey man, that, he 20, they say, what they say, he's like 24, he 22 or something like years old. Hmm, by 22, he knows what pitfalls might come across him as a young male, and especially a young man with a lot of money. He might feel, well, he might. It's not like I once again, like I said, Dre is not an unattractive. It's not an is a very nice looking woman. She's not an unattractive woman. Did I say that right? She's not unattractive. Yeah, she's not an unattractive woman. So he might have been thinking in regards to the term of genetics, but who's to say? So yeah, man, it is what it is. You can't really say nothing in regards to how you see And I guess this might be a bad example. Diddy like him a young girl. Uh, that's even worse example. Your R. Kelly, Jay Z. You don't think a lot of these niggas like him a young girl, a young woman. Let me stop saying girl. That gives that foments a false narrative, I might say. So it is what it is, man. I just want to come on here and holler at y'all for a minute. I had that topic in my mind. It's been a very popular topic online, for the past couple of days. When you do this content creation, you want to kind of like talk about things that are current, things that might be in the algorithm. I might be late on this story because y'all been talking about this for the past few days, but I wanted to come on and add my 2 cents into it. Yeah, if it wasn't for I know that I looked at some older women, and peace and love, y'all. I'm out.